Whoa! I meant to do that. Queen Martine here. I'm sorry, I was trying to practice my flying. I can fly in the land of quarantine and I can't here. So I was just practicing a little bit. I'm back again and I'd like to do some more balance activities with you, if that's okay. But this time we're going to need some equipment. And you can either use what I'm using, if you have it at home, or I can make some other suggestions. Okay? Now the first thing I'm going to use today is a bean bag. Now, you might have a bean bag at home from some of your games or for something, whatever. But you can also use some rolled up socks. You could use like a rolled up towel. You could use maybe a small paperback book. But you want to make sure that it's nothing that if it falls down, that it's going to break. You don't want it to break. And you don't want it to hurt you either. So, like I almost did. So, I'm going to use a beanbag because I have a beanbag. And I'm going to have to move my crown out of its normal space here because I'm going to use the beanbag and try and balance the beanbag on different parts of me. And the first part is my head. So I got it right in between my crown. And I'm balancing that beanbag or your sock or your book or whatever you want. And I want you to try and keep balanced and walk forward. And walk backwards. And try turning around and keeping that beanbag on your head. So you don't want to spin around too fast. That would be lose the beanbag. Now let's see if you can balance it on your shoulder. And while it's balanced on your shoulder, see if you can walk forward and walk backwards and turn around. And now I'm going to try and ask you to bend down as far as you can without the beanbag fell. But you can try bending as far as you can. Try it on the other shoulder too. I'm going to have to put down my sector for a moment because next I'd like to see you balance the beanbag on your hand. Whoop! Magic beanbag. Must be magic beans in there. Anyway, we're going to balance the beanbag on our hand. Lower it. Raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Raise the roof. Now I want you to try and turn my hand around like this. With my fingers pointing backwards. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. Oh, sorry, got carried away. This is how a waiter or a waitress carries the tray to bring you your meals at a restaurant. So I was singing a pizza song. Anyway, it's getting near dinner time, so I'm getting a little hungry. Now I'd like you to put it on the back of your hand and see if you could walk around. Forward and backwards. See if you can bring it up over your head. See if you can make it go across your body and back. Lower down as far as you can and back up again. Good job, my friends. You're doing great. Now this time I want to see if you can balance it on your foot. And see if you can bring up your foot. And grab the beanbag. I'll put on my foot again. Bring it up. Got it this time. Great job. You know what you also could use for these activities is a stuffed animal or a Beanie Baby. That'll work also. So try and put it on your foot this time and walk without letting it fall down. Mine's still on. And back again. Oh, it fell off. See, it takes some practice to do some of these activities. So you can use that. Try balancing it on your elbow. Move around, make sure it doesn't fall down. Walk around, turn around. Keep it balanced on your elbow. Maybe bring it across your body. Back again. That's a good dance move. You could call it balance the beanbag. Balance the beanbag. Okay. So that's some of the activities you can do with that. Okay. You also can do balance beam activities or balance beanbag. I'm getting all confused and mixed up. I've been at this too long. So my other piece of equipment that you might have at home is a laundry basket. Now again, don't use your mom's best laundry basket, or you could use a cardboard box that doesn't have anything in it. So again, I can put the basket right down here. I'll move it back a little bit. And what we're going to do is practice stepping into the basket or the box. Whoa, and stepping out. And practice going into the basket. I used my chair that time. And out. You can also try just balancing going over, because you're going to have to stand on one leg, and back without touching the box or the laundry basket. That seems pretty good, doesn't it? So you can use that by going forward maybe on one leg. Make sure you don't touch. I have to go back again with a box or a laundry basket. One more thing, and that we're going to use, and it's up to you. Coach Martin let me borrow a big can of hers from her pantry. And it's big. It's pretty big. But I tried it upstairs, and I know that if I use it, it's not going to break. So you might be able to use a can, or you might be able to use a sturdy box, but don't use your brother's head, and don't use your cat or your dog, okay? And I put it on the ground, and then I'm using the wall to help me a little bit. I'm going to put one foot on there and lift the other one off. Whoa! And I'll try it again. I have to use the wall, and that's okay. And like I said before, I sometimes look at a spot on the wall. I'm going to use my other foot this time. I'm going to stand up and my leg up. So I think if I hold my arms out, it helps me balance better. So you can try it with one foot and then the other foot. Because you have different degrees of balance. One leg is usually stronger than the other, believe it or not. Anyway, so those are some of the pieces of equipment that I use right here in my house that I can practice my balance with. Now, one of the other things that Coach Martin has in her house, because I know she comes to visit you, this is called a balance board. And there are different types of balance boards. And you can find them different places in different stores. But you can also make your own if you really wanted to. But I'm going to use this plastic one that she had in her garage. So I put it on the floor. And again, I need to use the wall to help me start. And I step on one side. And then I'm going to step on the other. And I'm going to try and balance. Make sure the ends don't hit the floor. I'll move back a little bit so you can see it a little bit better, okay? All right. Yeah, now you can see it better. See how good I am at it. And balance. And I have people, I say, why don't you try twisting around on it? Why don't you try bending down and keeping the balance? That's way hard, way, way hard. But those are some pieces of equipment that you can use to practice your balance. Before, we worked on doing balance with our own bodies and things like that. So I'm glad you were able to join me again. And if you have these things, keep practicing that balance, because you know you need your balance to walk and to dance and to boogie and put on your pants. Yeah! I'll see you later, my friends.